And we're good. We're on. We're live.
Uh, we're live. Let's do it
Live,
live.
live.
So,
Saturday.
Sunday. Come on, come home. Monster Truck Rally. All right.
Woo!
At the edge of Golgotha. You'll see the
Oh,
armies.
nice. It's getting intense now. I love it.
All right. So, the last time we spoke, it ended, and it's just like I hung up, and then you had like the sad monologue about your loss of your wife. And you're like, I'm rebuilding my life. I'd
It
like to
was a
say,
monologue.
what the hell was that? Was that
It
my
wasn't
phone?
my. It's my chair. It's my chair. It's squeaky.
Uh,
Do you hear the squeak?
no, it was my phone. There was somebody who was trying to contact me.
Oh. Anyway.
Yeah. Just one other person screaming, "Oh God, help me, give me money." And I'm like, fucking, but they ended up calling me. So this guy's a flat earther.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Flat earther, he believes math is a lie and that satellites
What?
are actually on balloons and that they lock you in with this counter psyop that ties into faith. So because there's this passage in the Bible about the firmament and whatever else, he thinks that is the true shape of 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 God's green earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he thinks that he's because the goal of the thing was to give people a false enlightenment. It misleads them terribly down a very dumb path. And so he is alienated from the rest of the world, and he likes to only be among his fellow flat earthers because only they are truly enlightened.
Well, I mean, the road to hell's paved with good intentions, so that bears that right there. I mean, you think, yeah.
Yep. And he's incredibly condescending. And you're like, okay, well, we can do an experiment right now with the shadow and the slope of that shadow, so I could prove to you how the Earth is round. And he started going on about how math is a lie and I can't trust it and that satellites aren't real. I'm like, I'm having a conversation with you over a satellite phone at the moment. And he goes, these are lies.
You're just making it up as you go along. You might as well. I mean, math is basically just made up. So.
Oh yeah. No. 2 plus 2 absolutely does not equal 4. Everybody knows that.
It's all completely irrelevant because if you're going to believe the Earth is flat, why would you need math?
Yeah, just listen to what the Jesuit educated person on television tells you. Okay.
That's all you need. But I mean,
so what's
but I mean, the firmament is a good argument for it. The only reason that the firmament exists, though, is to keep us protected.
So I'd like to point out that when explaining complex topics to very stupid people, which I do regularly, using precise words like one might find in a medical or engineering field is way above and beyond them. So sometimes you just give them simple answers so that their simple mind can grasp this. Now, have you ever considered that God didn't give you guys advanced mathematics in the Bible and that kind of stuff because he was dealing with some fucking rudimentary idiots? Just saying.
It's a strong possibility.
Very, very, very strong possibility. Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to discount his brilliance because obviously
here. Okay.
Yeah.
Here. All right. So God has mysterious plans and stuff like that we can barely understand or comprehend. And I like pointing to the story of Gideon, where when God he goes, "Give me a sign." Okay, I'm going to put this towel outside. If only the towel is wet and the stone is dry. Okay, that will be a first confirming miracle I would need to confirm that I'm speaking with God. Right. So he does that. And then the next day he goes, well, it could have been anything that caused that. But if it's wet stone and then a dry towel the next day, well, clearly, because I've asked for these two miraculous events twice and they both occurred twice, then this is more than just an aberration of statistics.
Yeah.
right? And he was like, okay, I'm confident I'm not insane in hearing voices. So Gideon had to be convinced up to that point.
The flat earthers are insane in hearing voices, but they're flat voices. They're not. They're not. You know. They're not in the
Monotone.
sharp. They're not
Yeah,
in the
it's
sharp.
flat.
Yeah, they're flat. They're not in a sharp key. So good for them.
But when you consider it, it's actually a brilliant psychological operation in which you have people go. They know innately that there's something corrupt and wrong in the world,
I mean, yes,
but
they're correct about that for sure.
they can't put their finger on it.
I
So they're
mean,
presented
who
this
really
thing that
can?
seems plausible
Yeah.
because they know. They're like, okay, we know because it triggers an event that lets you realize this is a lie, but then it toxicifies the truth with this alternate reality stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Not only
fucked
is
up
the moon
trial.
landing, yeah, not only is the moon landing fake, the moon landing is fake, and there's no such thing as space, and the Earth is flat. All right. And that's what the Antichrist doesn't want you to know. And it's like, and then they get that in their fucking empty little head that that's like the truth, the
Yeah.
other truth. And
Yeah.
problem solved. Your idiot truth crusader is now locked in a psychic cage that, because of their arrogance, they can't break out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to any religion on earth and you tell them and you denounce their particular brand of lies as being a lie and a continuation of an apostasy from the truth. They would denounce you just as much as you would denounce them.
Besides Mount Athos, though. So there you go.
But besides Mount Athos, the holy mountain, which I'd never heard of until
Until
this day.
now. But the thing is that, like, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Apparently, like, an American lady who was obviously a feminist and very triggered about the fact that they don't let women on the holy mountain. Um, tried to take a plane ride over there. She died on the plane ride. So maybe God was telling her something. And this is where people's pride and arrogance come into play, you know?
Take a plane ride.
Yep. She wanted to go prove that even though they wouldn't allow her on the holy mountain, that, oh, I can do this because I'm an American woman.
And they shot her. They shot her down.
No, I didn't shoot her down. The plane literally crashed.
Wait, so women are not allowed on the holy mountain?
No, the only one allowed is the icon of the holy of Theotokos. That's it.
Only the icon of the Virgin Mary. Like and that's not even a real woman. That's a picture of a woman.
It's literally the only thing allowed.
Wow.
Because the high monastic order in Orthodoxy is all men, but we still have nuns. There's definitely still nuns.
So this high mystic order that controls your thing. How many of them are there that live there in this holy mountain?
I don't know. I don't think they really have an exact number. But there's men who have, like, obviously led terrible lives and then have been like, well, I'm piecing out of society because I've led this horrible life, so
Wait,
I'm gonna go live in the
so
holy
you're
mountain.
talking penitent rapists, murderers, and sodomites are the people that flock around this mountain begging for
No,
Mother Mary's forgiveness?
no, they all go through extensive training and like they all have to go through like extensive those kind of things in order to be
Psychic
accepted.
reconditioning?
Yeah.
No, they are incredibly debauched sinners,
They,
just been psychically reconditioned.
I mean that you could call it psychically reconditioned, but they turn themselves over to God and they die every day. So
Okay.
it's a lot less
How many of
intense.
these monks are there exactly?
I don't
You
know.
think?
I mean,
Let's find that out. These sound like I could use these things.
how? And did you just see JD Vance just
JD Vance is a
Approximately
Satanist.
2,000
Joe, 2,000?
month.
Shit, and they're probably all elderly also.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, I mean they got their elder. That's the only like separation: the elders versus the not elders. That's like
okay.
basically the only thing. And he he visited the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. He was the first one to go past the Wailing Wall.
Yeah, I still don't like JD Vance. Okay,
Not
probably.
not many
I know.
people do.
I know who he trucks with.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, never mind the guy that hangs out with the head of a global satanic order. Don't pay any attention to that guy.
No, nobody knows who Peter Thiel is anyway. And if you bring out his two idiosyncratic modes of identity, then yeah, you must be this and that.
So, you had some. You're going to be re-beginning your life, right? You know, new stage of life. Try different diet, exercise, get yourself back into your like ideal shape that you wish you were when you were a teen. I did it when I was 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's worth it. Not gonna lie. It's suddenly when you're like a 40-something-year-old in shape man, it's like you get treated better by society because there's like a subtle hatred of doughy people.
Yeah.
They hate us. They hate us.
I am a little doughy. Still doughy, but
Yeah.
that's all right. I'm getting there.
So, there's this there's this other girl I found from Ukraine who's Russian Orthodox, and I explained to her the whole thing and about the forces of the Antichrist and their uh, purge of her people
Yeah.
in this war,
Yeah.
and the and all this other kind of stuff in their war on blue-eyed people for whatever reason. So it's so blue-eyed, fair-skinned people. So she was like, "Yeah, this totally makes sense." This,
Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't like reference some popular stuff as far as like prophecies go or stuff like that amongst
well,
what we would know.
I don't know what to what extent her religious
Yeah.
education goes or what
That's
her belief, but I ran into an insane man that claimed to be some kind of messianic doomsday figure while she was in the middle of a Ukrainian war zone.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, I need to get married so I can become a wizard so I can go and overthrow the empire of this Antichrist fellow that's killed your family. Will you help me?
She says,
Yeah. She's like, get me the fuck out of here. Yes.
yeah, I mean, for what's going on over there now, yeah, I mean, it's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically
Our
just
city was
brothers
like,
killing brothers.
yeah, they want to escalate this to World War III. And there is an aspect to truth to certain. Do you know anything about the Azov battalion in Ukraine?
Yeah, I've heard bits and pieces of them. The consensus is that they're just pagans. That's the baseline consensus.
They are messianic doomsday cultists connected to uh, organized crime.
Well, they have the Black
They were
Sun. Oh, yeah, that makes
they yeah
sense.
they were throwing parties like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Vice was doing documentaries on them. There's a reason why Vice got shut down the way that it did, because nobody likes war journalists talking about what's going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, got
So
it.
Vice guy 10, 11 years ago was talking about this Azov battalion and neo Nazis and online recruitment cults
Mhm.
and throwing rock concerts and this subtle, weird doomsday apocalypse vibe occult thing that was going on with it. And that story got, I feel, crushed because it needed more attention.
Yeah, just like Biden and Obama and Biden pumping money into the Ukraine to fund the right wing
Who Prigozhin
overthrow of
is?
Lukashenko. Was it
Yeah.
Lukashenko?
His
Yeah.
arms, I saw him without his shirt sleeves on. Most photos you'll see of him were censored. Now, when I noticed that they were being censored because the photos got out, I was like, there it is. They don't want me to see or know what this is. I need to see and know what this is. And he had like the Black Sun occult symbols as well, tattooed
Yeah.
all over his fucking arms. All
Yeah.
right.
That was
And I'm
nice.
like, what the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck am I looking at? Weird
Yeah,
Neo. So then I had to go and find out.
yeah.
Huh?
It's a Germanic
Yeah.
pagan
Then I had,
symbol.
yeah. Then I had to go and find out all this weird doomsday shit that was going on that was connected to it, what these people believed,
Yep.
and to what extent that they were willing to go for their beliefs. So and what I started finding was like ISIS was also a messianic doomsday cult, which required my to begin studying what the fuck is a messianic thing anyway, right?
Yep.
And that all of these orders are essentially corrupted versions of the church that are in service to the forces of the Antichrist, believing that their work and what they do is necessary to bring about a 1,000-year empire.
Yep. Plenty of those going around.
Yeah.
And they're all online. So that's the good part.
Yep.
At least there's
And so,
people are too much of wimps nowadays to even do anything until they.
oh my, well, that's the people that you know. There's this underlying group that of emasculated men. That's these incel movements and these hate movements. They nurture them so that they can
Yeah.
drag the people out and send them off to do horrible things. All right. There's the biker gangs. The biker gangs are messianic doomsday cultists as well. All right. And it's like so there's all these strange satanic organizations that are interconnected. And I had to explain this to this poor girl whose mother's dead, her father's dead, her sister's dead, her brother's dead, her village is gone. Her people are scattered to the winds. All right. And their crime existing.
Just awful.
Yeah. And that this cult has done this to them before and
Yeah.
killed 10 million of them last time they did this. God
Yeah.
knows how many are dead this time because of their wars.
Are you talking about the Holodomor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's not talked about because it has nothing
Deleted.
to do with the noses.
Delete. If I told Americans that every fucking swig of cheap beer that they have is at the cost of human life, you know, think
Yeah.
they could shit?
I don't know.
That's what happened to Russia when the Antichrist took the place over. All
Yep.
right. They didn't fucking people didn't care. It's like as long as I'm eating, I don't care if other people are starving.
Yep.
Their commodities were sold on international markets and stuff like that. And I don't even know who the fuck they were sold to some days because I'm like, wasn't there a Great Depression going on? So
Yeah.
weird. Um, it's insane what happened. I'm thinking the Roaring Twenties was probably fed by that. When you think about that, that's just the forces of the Antichrist making even more money because they were in the American gangs. They were the smugglers for liquor and stuff like that.
Wealth consolidation.
Wealth consolidation. All right. I'm of the mind that if you fucked me in a deal and stuff like that, I've done people wrong and stuff. I'm forgiving. All right. But if it's a big one, you know, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So God will get you.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. Yeah.
God bless you. It's coming
Yep.
for you.
Definitely. Oh, there we go. I zoomed in a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's oof. And it'll come back against somebody if they try that tenfold.
Hmm.
So, yeah. But
I,
speaking
I'm
of
gonna.
all that,
Yeah, go on. Your next question was what now?
we got our favorite guy, our favorite wizard, our favorite alt-right wizard of all time. Not the hootin' and hollering American Texan or the Texan, but
Out.
the Dugan and his inner workings of the issues with Orthodox Christianity as to how Chabad, and its ilk have affected it.
One moment. I'm ordering. Keep that thought in mind. I'm
Okay,
ordering food. 1 second. I'm gonna have a
okay.
Rebel Whopper.
He's gonna mute, I think. Do 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 do. Well, got some technical difficulties. I guess I could fill the space with the questions. So you got Dugan and the inner workings of the issues with the Orthodox Church and how Chabad and its okay affected it. The notes on communism with the whole thing being exposed. The alt-right and how controlled it has been by those same commies and the KGB influencer and Israel Mossad mob for the post-World War II rhetoric and how they've influenced that. So those are basically the follow-ups. Well, I mean, I wish I had more interesting stuff to talk about, but also could get into some 40K. But who knows how long this will take. Still waiting for Tom. There we go.
I'm really sorry about that.
And we're back.
My girl just got out of surgery. My phone died. The battery died. A bunch of people are calling me for help. That kind of stuff.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yeah. I wonder, can I like open up another window with this? Shit, I'm gonna have to use my computer.
Open up another
So repeat
window.
your question about Dugan and the church.
Oh yeah. So we've definitely exposed this or gone on a few things. But Dugan and his inner workings of the issues with orthodoxy and as to how Chabad and its ilk have affected all of it.
How Chabad has affected all of it. It's the
Yeah,
Russian mob. It's always controlled all of it. It's controlled all of it in contention with the other groups since they killed the Tsar.
But like the Russian mob versus like the Italian Israeli, but Chabad being like the extension of that, the version of Israeli kind of intelligence, you know?
Chabad's group are a Messianic Doomsday cult. What do you know about Mendelssohn and his beliefs?
Yeah.
What do you know about Mendelssohn and his beliefs?
Wait, Mendelssohn?
Yeah. The last high Rebbe of Chabad they regard as like a divine figure, a semi-divine figure.
Rabbi, you said Mendelssohn?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Levi Mendelssohn?
You've never heard of this guy before?
No. No idea.
To understand him is to understand Chabad.
Okay.
So he put Netanyahu in power, and he's recorded as saying, "You will be the one that hands the scepter to the Mashiach." He was a messianic cultist that helped set up and arrange for events to occur so as to bring about prophecy to invoke the end of the world or whatever was happening.
Yeah. Which is what he's basically trying to set up with controlling the inner workings of all that, because they see the Orthodox East as just as potent as, what they've done to the Christian West or the Catholic and Protestant West already. But Russia is kind of the last bastion of that to them. But that's the weird part, because Putin having a rabbi goes against all of that.
Because Putin's always he was raised by Jewish people. He was given a bar mitzvah when he was a boy.
Doesn't matter. If you're Orthodox, it doesn't matter. Like, none of that is relevant anymore to you.
The next thing is you think that he's actually Orthodox.
Yeah. And that's just it. It's like a stage. It's like a stage performance, just like Trump. People, the liberals think that Trump is actually a Christian when it's like Vance,
Hardly.
So that's just it. It's just actors playing a role. They think they got him, in a way. They want him in a gotcha kind of thing.
Man. They've ruined it for me.
What?
Those messianic cultists, those rascally rabbits.
They love it. They think they all know when, and it's always tied to the messianic cult activity. It's always tied to some kind of criminal activity, and then you have somebody as batshit crazy as Dugan, and what he's done to his version of it with his chaos cultism, and people are like, "Oh no, he's a good Christian too."
He used to practice Thilianism when he was a commie.
Yeah.
Got kicked out of officers training school for it. Must have changed his mind really fast when he read those John Dee things.
Well, and see, like, there's a tie-in with that, you know. I mean, if he read those John Dee things and got all esoteric traditionalist about stuff, and really at his core, you know, felt that Russia was the way it was, you know, you kind of throw that all out, and you know, you replace it and have holy tradition at the center, not some weird amalgamated version of whatever the ideology is. So, yeah.
Well, he did talk about ending the world in Russia and stuff like that. So,
yeah, he believes fully in that too, which is what he wants.
explain to me what he means.
With what?
In Russia causing the end of the world.
That would be like probably the Gog and Magog doomsday prophecy. Russia being Magog, I think. Because they said Magog are the Eastern people, and Gog would be the West, so America.
One second, I'm about to finish the last bite. I've ever so often allowed myself to get one of those vegetarian Whoppers.
There you go.
It's vaguely enough like meat.
Vaguely. Thanks for the plug. Appreciate it. But yeah.
Of course, since the artificial meat is endorsed by some doomsday guy that claims at various times to be the Antichrist. At least I'm not telling you to eat the bugs.
At least there's not the bugs.
Not the bugs.
Z-Bugs. Bunny? Bugs Bunny. That's the synthetic rabbit meat. So
delicious.
I hope you like it.
Delicious fresh squeezed cockroach juice.
Yum.
Just like Mom used to make on the protein farm.
I think you want some more.
These fucking... The future sucks, man.
Extra sloppy for you. Hope you just enjoy it. You just want to wolf it down and just have more of it. Huh?
Oh, this is why I gave up meat. I got to look at an industrial farm.
Yeah.
And once I saw an industrial farm, I was like, I cannot eat meat from places like this.
It's bad.
This is too cruel. Hey, I'm going to miniaturize the screen just for 1 second. I have to do a transaction from one bank account to the other to help a friend out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Very busy man running errands today. Busy man. Can you still hear me? Maybe not. Can you still hear me? You muted.
I can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you very clearly. You can talk as much as you'd like. I'm going to be silent while I do this transaction.
I was like,
go right ahead, sir.
You know, you got a nice icon when you talk, and you got like circles around it. I got a forehead zoom in. It's extreme forehead. Extreme
forehead zoom. All right, I'm going to be right. You can talk. I'm going to be right back after I finish this transaction, okay?
Okay.
All right.
You know, it's funny that the fact that they don't call it a 5-head because you got fingers, but you can put all 4 fingers on your forehead. I believe that's why they call it a 4-head. Is this some kind of occult symbolism or some kind of rationale? I don't know. Is this the one-eyed symbolism? That could be some kind of occult rationale. But then again, they said that math is false. Well, when you say math is false and the earth is flat, it could equal out that you're on a level playing field. I don't know exactly what that means, but all I know is if the x-axis meets with the y-axis, you're going to get yourself in a bit of alphabetical trouble. So, like, that's like all the wisdom I got for any of that. But just, like when math isn't real, it needs to be exposed as the psyop for what it is. So millions of American
Dude, you faded
children.
out.
What?
You're going on about math or something like that. I'm like, what the hell is this man on about? I
So
can hear
millions,
you. You don't need to speak gibberish.
so
You know.
millions of American children cannot have math class, and that's why
Oh,
math is fake. So there we
oh
go.
God. America's mathematics program is fucking horrendous.
That's my rant for the day. That's all I got. Hope you enjoyed the intermission there. Are you still okay?
I'm trying to send money to a friend of mine, and I'm having problems.
But if the space program was fake, then how did we get the math to do the space program? See, that's just it. So the fake math funded the fake space program to create the fake rockets and the fake shuttles to send to the fake moon. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but you need math to make cheese. And clearly, you need a ton of math to make the moon out of that cheese. I don't know if you knew this, but when it comes to substantiate any kind of any kind of orbiting object, it needs to be made out of a certain kind of
There we
cheese.
go.
I believe it's cheddar, because it holds the best. But yeah, you need all kinds of like recipes and ingredients to hold the cheddar together. Gravity's just
Are
not.
you
It's just not
going
enough.
on about macaroni and cheese recipes?
No, the moon's made out of cheese, bro. Come on. Come on.
Rag on.
Like,
Just make fun of flat earthers for me while I fucking transfer this conversation from one platform to the other. Okay.
you make sure that the Earth is flat because you got pancakes around it. So then, like, if you got the Earth is flat and the pancakes around it, right? So you got the pancakes. Where'd he go? What again? Tom, you dropped. Dang it. So then, like that being said, you got all that stuff, right? So there you go. Like, well, it's not fun anymore. He's not listening. So, like, when you got the Earth that's flat and the rest of the celestial objects are round, you got flat and round dynamics going on there. And then when it's relative to food, you put the cheese balls on the flat bread, so it melts. So it melts. So it melts evenly.
No more. Flat Earth.
Flat Earth cheese theory. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but I mean, you need the cheeses, man. You need the cheeses. So I'm just clearing it up for you. That's all I'm doing.
Jesus saves.
There you go. Jesus always saves, bro.
Where the I am now in like a mild crisis right now. A friend of mine's asking me for money, and I've got to find my driver's license. It's like, where is it in this pile of chaos? I think I left it in the car. Give me 2 seconds.
Wow. He's still running errands. And he's still not around to listen. But then you got Jesus, and he's saving. He's saving with microtransactions.
Praise Jesus. I'm trying to help a friend of mine that's just got evicted from his house. This is that flat earther that I was mocking earlier.
So you actually feel bad for him?
How can I? I've known the guy for 30 years. I don't have many friends left that are alive still.
Oh wow.
And his when we used to be roommates when we were kids, and he went down a really dumb path in that he became an artist that isn't particularly good.
One of those self-important kind of people?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You got it. He thought he became an artist, and he speaks very strangely, like hello, how's it going? Don't you hear how pretentious I am in my voice, trying to sound like Morrissey? You know what I mean?
That is definitely strange. Does he know about flat cheese theory though? Have you enlightened him on that?
Oh no, I haven't.
You got to just send him that rant. He needs the snippet of the cheese. He needs cheese.
So but actually he does need cheese. He needs money to pay for a U-Haul trailer.
See what you did there.
Yeah, so that he can go move back in with his family. But I've told him for the last like 8-9 months, I'm like, you and your family need to move back in together and start working cooperatively, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, then I'm going to admit that I'm a loser. And it's like, yeah, you are. You're begging your friend for money to pay your bills so that you can continue to live this dream that you're financially like solvent. If I had to twist his arm to get him to sign up for for food stamps. Not like they have them anymore since Trump's president now. All right.
Yeah.
But he was not earning enough legitimately with the hours that he was getting in his eBay thing. He was entering innovation. The man weighs 135 pounds and he's 6'3".
Wow.
Right? Yeah. Okay. He's like, because he's become addicted to this over-the-counter narcotic called Kratom. Have you ever heard of Kratom? Okay. So he's become addicted to this over-the-counter narcotic called Kratom. Now, what Kratom is an opiate. All right, it stimulates like the same points, neurons or whatever.
Yep.
The same, and that parts of your brain that tickled with heroin get tickled by Kratom. Okay. And so it allows these people that if you're a heroin addict, you can get off of heroin and get on Kratom and try and detox from heroin without dying using Kratom. Inversely, you can become addicted to Kratom, and your tolerance can build up to toxic levels. So he became a Kratom addict after his wife died.
Wow.
And lost his house, and now he's living in like this fucking place, and he couldn't even afford $600 a month because he had debts up to his fucking eyeballs. And when I found him, he had alienated himself from absolutely everybody he knew because of his legitimately there are things that he was right about, but not for the reasons that he professed them. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
So, like COVID, right? So he was of the mind that COVID was most likely, something that it wasn't being told to us as. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So We know now that COVID was made in a lab in China. All right, and we know that there's some weird messianic cults connected to that. The Knights Templar symbols smacked on the fucking building that made it kind of drop that hint. You know, it's like there it is. So
Yeah.
but he doesn't know those things. He thinks that COVID wasn't even real. That's where he's at. COVID's fake. None of that
That's
was
amazing.
real. Okay? I'm like, what about my friends that got it and died? Nope. That didn't happen. That was something else. And I'm like, so all those people simultaneously got something else and died. All right? The Central American countries I know that got devastated by this. Families. I had friends that got multiple times that got permanent disorders, autonomic immune system disorders, like developed diabetes and other fucking rheumatoid arthritis and other weird things. And this obtuse, pretentious son of a bitch is sitting there going, wasn't real, man. Because he's tuned in to that government psyop bullshit that is totally defiant of reality so as to distract him from any of it. So he can't even agree with people as to what if it's night or day. So I've been helping him try and survive for the last year so that he wouldn't die. And would buy him food online. I would send him like nutrition shakes and stuff like that so that he could keep up his weight. Send him protein shakes. I had to explain to him that rationing your food and buying expensive pre-packaged food is not going to give you the calories you need to survive. And what's worse is he rides his bike around everywhere. So he doesn't buy gasoline. He burns calories for locomotion.
Yeah.
And so
So because he needs the calories to move. Yeah, got it. Huh.
Yeah, so he due to his arrogance, he cannot surrender himself to the good advice of other people, for it would, disqualify his mind that he is, the smart guy in the room. You get me?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So he was saying to me, like, if I get on food stamps, I'm succumbing to the mark of the beast and becoming dependent on the government. It says that I can't take care of myself. I'm like, buddy, you're like 3,000 deep to me out of charity, out of my pocket, so that you don't die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this son of a bitch is sitting there arguing with me over signing up for food stamps, while simultaneously begging me for money and saying he has too much pride for food stamps.
That's so dumb.
But not enough pride to take money from his friends that he has no intention of paying back.
That's called a leech. That's called a parasite.
Yeah. So I've explained this to him. I'm like, right. So he's like, I need $150. He's in pardon me for my words I'm about to use, but he's a nigger slave of the Antichrist. He's a drug addict that's addicted to a substance that's sold over the counter through a fucking distribution network that's owned by messianic cultists. You know it, because that's the kind of Christian. I couldn't sell that product. Would you?
Nope.
Not
stuff like that. It's not naturally derived from anywhere. It doesn't do any good.
Well, Kratom is actually naturally derived from a plant that would grow in my yard where I'm at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to really use it that much. It's supposed to be used to get you off of heroin.
Oh. So it's like a, what do they call it? What's that? Methadone.
Methadone is designed to kill people.
Good.
It is. No, these people need to get better. They need to get healed.
I know. That's that.
We don't want them dead. That's not the Christian thing to want. We want them fucking healed. Christ didn't walk up and just murder people. He fucking healed them.
Well, isn't that funny on how they like, oh, we got this antidote to treat you with this, but this thing will actually kill you and probably be worse for you. Yeah, try it. Makes sense. Yay.
She is alive. I just got a message from the girl out of surgery that she is alive and well. So I must tell her
Good.
mother that she is alive and well.
So anyway, we remember when we did the Bolshevik Revolution way back. We did another one, but we'll probably cover this. We got like a couple more to go.
Go ahead, ask the question.
Because every 10 episodes, we're gonna do some kind of like revolution. Since we're gonna be back on this train, I guess. Why not, right?
Ask the question.
But he's definitely got notes. I would like to
Whoa.
like his notes on communism with that whole thing. And like it's funny because the alt-right, bashes Marxism and communism, all the while being part of that same cult. So yeah. What were like some of the most prominent notes you think he had?
Notes?
Yeah.
Who exactly are we saying here?
Dudgeon.
He had this. One of my friends dug up one of his occult writings. He did like 20 books on the occult before he got into politics in the 1990s, post-Soviet collapse. And one of them was a discussion on the romance of stabbing a person. Okay, so he's alive. All right. Sorry. Thoughts across it. So he wrote about the romance of stabbing and murdering people between the victim and the victimizer. And he had a particularly dark path, and that was my exposure to Dugan around the time that I heard him saying things about causing the apocalypse and the end of the world. And so I was all about, I must find this man and kill him. Because he also looked like my dad, like an exact clone duplicate father, right?
Wow.
And my dad was insane from lead poisoning and sadistic, like animal torturing sadist. All right. Like he had some good points, but there was not a lot. There's a lot of bad too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dugan, when I spotted him, did my camera just change? Oh no, there I am. So Dugan, when I spotted him, was to me like this fucking monster figure. I'm like, here's this weirdo connected to occult stuff, talking about the end of the world and whispering in Putin's ear. And I didn't know what exactly was going on at that time. And I went full fucking retard, must hunt down Dugan, must find Dugan, right? I started going through his Twitter accounts. When I found that, I went through all the things that he read on Twitter, all the people that he subscribed to, any comments. I went through any of the papers I could get. I found any interviews I could. I found fan clubs of him on telegrams and psych and harassed them. Okay. I dug as deep as I could into my enemy's psyche without actually having to travel to fucking Russia and swim around in the fucking slop to go and find what I needed to do in another language.
Yeah.
And I ended up stumbling across all these weird occult clues. For example, the Gagosian's tattoos and stuff, right? And then I found out about them Sabbatian Antichrist fellows and their whole apocalypse fucking shindig. And everything fell together right after that.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
Everything fell together right after that. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because it's like I remember you sending me those Twitter messages and they were extensive. And then I was like, wow, this guy really knows what he's talking about. And I was just like, I was enthralled with all that and what his predictions were, or whatever he was trying to get across, right? So like, like what Dugan wanted, and what what he wanted to bring about, right?
Yeah. He was up to something. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
And I just got a message from the Russian girl. I'm going to translate it and read it to you.
Well, because he just wanted, he believes in the third Rome thing too, like he believes in the whole third Rome concept, and Obviously,
What's that?
that's where it went from Rome to Constantinople to, or no, I'm sorry, from Constantinople to St. Petersburg to Moscow, because of the march of the Muslims and how they wanted to conquer us. So it was out of Rome because we obviously didn't recognize Rome as the center of Christianity anymore. So it defaulted to Constantinople. Well, then for a period of time, because that got taken over by the Ottomans eventually, and then went to St. Petersburg for a while. That got taken over, and now it's Moscow because the Moscow Patriarchate is separate from the rest of what would be considered the Slavonic Sea at large. All variants or jurisdictions involved, basically.
Yeah, that's to me. That's how can you claim to go and be the new Rome and the new center of Christianity when your country itself is controlled by shadowy organizations that are themselves not Christian?
Hence the Chabad. Yep, Chabad being
Yeah.
one of the major ones. Yep.
So any discussion about that by Putin, as far as I'm concerned, or even by Dugin, is just lip service. It's mouth service, because the truth is very much different than what he claims, or what he would like it to be. I should
And that's
say.
just it. Yeah. Yeah, and they want to make like the Greek side and the liberal side look like they're the ones that are in the right all the time. Like they're the ones no matter what. They're always the right. They're always the conservative. They're always the ones that are the one holding up Christianity, such and such, right? So they're always the ones that are looking out for it and wanting it, and wanting it to be that way. So it's always been lip service.
I just got confirmation that Valentina has made it from Ukraine to Poland. She is in Warsaw, Poland at the moment. She just had the translation for her paperwork done, so we forwarded it over to our attorney.
Wow.
She's going to process that on Monday, so I should have her visa in the next couple of days. She will not be here in time for my Halloween party. Wasn't here. Was supposed to be here for my birthday. Literally was supposed to arrive here on Monday for my birthday.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, but something happened.
It always does, doesn't it?
Oh, this is what happens when you order a mail order bride. My mom and my sister used to always joke that I would should get a mail order bride out of Ukraine. Who knew that I'd find the poor girl while she was having bombs dropped around her head because the forces of the Antichrist are trying to kill her and her family.
Well, that's one way to get them.
It's one way to get them. So, meanwhile, my other lover has just gotten out of surgery that was successful. They did a hysteoscopy, so there wasn't any invasive cutting, and they were able to cauterize and suture the area where the wound had occurred that was causing the septic infection. All right, that's going to cost me $2,500 to fix. Next time I see her, I am going to fuck every hole in her body. I love it. It's like it's worth it.
But you can't do that if you get married.
See, that's the next thing. Remember, I'm in a weird religious cult kind of thing. All right. I need a lot of children. I'm like the last of my family. I'm going to have a lot of wives. Why? Because I can.
Because you're crazy. Got it. Yep. Got it.
Because I'm crazy. Yeah. Because I'm crazy and I want to have a lot of children. I have 155 plus IQ. All right. I fucking got a giant dick. I'm a fucking super genius and I'm altruistic and help people. I deserve to have children. There's assholes out there. There's this hip hop artist, tattoos on his face, who has been implicated in kidnapping a bunch of girls at his concerts. And he really likes talking about how much he likes white girls in his song. And starting a cult where he gets them all pregnant. And he has these girls find more girls and keeps doing it. Like, the money from his recording career will never end. He confesses out loud, I want to be like Diddy. Yeah. So the agents of the Antichrist are procreating at an exponential rate. All right. I think I should have at least a couple of kids and as many women that will say yes. And good for them. I hope that they survive the apocalypse I'm going to cause.
You hope for your kids,
I
yeah.
hope. I hope. I hope I'm on the right side of Christ because I don't want to be on that wrong side.
Nobody
He's going
does.
to fuck shit up when he comes back.
And that makes sense because that would be like the next one would be like the alt-right and how controlled they have been by those same commies. And then the KGB like influencer in Israel, Mossad mob, for the like the post World War II rhetoric. And how they like
We all have been. Our
accelerated
parents were. Our parents were. We have been for over 100 years. Okay? We have been for over 100 years. And in ways also that were not necessarily bad ways. I'm a huge fan of Jack Kirby. Have you ever heard of Jack Kirby?
No.
Jack Kirby's a prophet as far as I'm concerned. Jack Kirby is this Jewish guy from New York, first generation American. And when he was a little boy, his mom and dad got a call from the landlord because their son had drawn a comic book on the walls. Well, it wasn't called a comic book yet. He just invented it. Well, kind of, sort of. And he had drawn on the walls from the top to bottom of their 5-story building as you walked up and down the stairs. So this guy had a rare gift. Among artists, he could produce 25 to 30 pages of comic books per day. He drew from his visualizations of what he was thinking were not just visualizations in his mind, but he was able to project them on the reality around him and sketch over them. All right. Sketch over his mental projections onto a blank piece of paper. What a truly gifted mind that is. All right. That is how he's able to factory produce 25 to 30 pages a day. Different way of thought. Every day he would hang out in the park, Central Park, and he would talk to old people from around the world, as New York is a hub for that. He would play chess with these old people, and he would draw comic books. And he eventually created a comic book we know today as Captain America.
Okay.
So Captain America is based on him. Jack Kirby made Captain America, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white boy, all right, from the Bronx. Reality, Jack Kirby was 5'4", little tiny Jewish guy from the Bronx, right? And one day, when writing these Captain America comic books defaming Hitler, a bunch of Nazis came by, and Jack Kirby beat them up and threw them through plate glass windows. And then Jack Kirby got a call up from Mayor LaGuardia, and LaGuardia sent the police over there to protect Marvel comic books and that splendid comic book that they made, Captain America. And when the war came, he was there on D-Day. He was a soldier during the war. He could have gotten out as a propaganda officer. When he came back, he was an artist as well. Okay? And he made a lot more comic books. And his comic books had deep, esoteric, Gnostic teachings in them that he would draw from so that he would create this comprehensive universe. He was the guy who created the concept of Hydra. You know what Hydra is? Okay. An evil organization that's connected to Nazi occultism in one way or another, that are apocalyptic and have this weird global cult that you can't ever seem to get rid of and have vast resources, right? And have infiltrated, as Marvel Comics develops, the Hydra has infiltrated all levels of the United States government. That's dark, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I love Captain America. I got Captain America wallet, Captain America shoes, Captain America shield. All right, you getting me here?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big fan. One of my favorite comic book heroes. All right, and I was surprised as shit when I found out about the Sabbatian cults and the Jesuit movement, because to me it was like, holy shit, that's fucking Hydra. That's fucking Hydra. It's the same thing with the 007 James Bond novels.
Yeah.
All right. The Spectre, all right, being that organized global syndicate of criminals connected to the forces of the Antichrist. It's real. The artists, I don't know if they knew, okay, or, well, with Ian Fleming, he knew. But I don't, what I mean to say is, with these artists, I don't know if they knew, like Jack Kirby, I don't know if he knew what I knew, and he hid it in the comic books, or if God was speaking through Jack Kirby.
With a gift.
With a gift. A very good gift. All right.
But yeah, I mean, they got like constant, like, they get like constant influence, and then they go and blame, like, like the ADL or like whatever Jewish organization setting up hate crimes, quote unquote hate crimes, or staging, like,
oh yeah,
faux
staging it. In Australia, they fucking faked a bombing. They faked an entire terrorist event so that they could go and get sympathy. Got exposed in the news that they did that. Story kind of died after that.
Yeah.
All right. There was the incidences of bombings in the American South and those poor black families that moved into white neighborhoods. It was Jewish bank lenders that bought them the house, and it was also Jewish provocateurs that set the bomb so as to create historical narratives. It's fucking dark.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh man, that's manipulative as fuck.
And that's just it, where it's like it's got to be that manipulation tactic, and they want to constantly play the victim.
Oh, you want one for it that gets to me too? All right, Messianic Jews working with the Masons and the Boulay, who were black aligned families, ran the slave trade for centuries.
Yeah.
For centuries, they ran the slave trade on their own peoples, or on these peoples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, in the 21st century, they blame you and me for what they did, and the uneducated descendants of those slaves do not realize that master has returned, and that master is now using them as a weapon against those who once liberated them from master's tyranny.
Yep.
And they
and
this hyper simplification of history that is entirely false. And yet
they want it that way.
Yes, so that they could go and kill us. Apparently, they want. Did I tell you this about the whole blue-eyed mutation thing? About 6,000.
Yeah.
And what if this group of people, like the Jews that claim they are Jews but are not, but want to go and kill off the white Europeans, want to kill them off because separate prophecies have white European people dominating them.
Yeah.
And they fear them. And I'm like, wow. That's a weird situation to be.
And we're the only ones that are worthy of that, apparently, to them.
Well, we're not assholes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, my evil plan is fine. You want your own country? I'm going to lock you in it, and I'm going to go and give you all the food and stupid toys you want. Eat yourselves alive.
Right. They need to do that.
I mean, I'm at the point
good for humanity.
I'm ready to cut off global trade and let just mankind devour itself for a few years.
Yeah.
Like, let's go and blow up all the fishing vessels so that I can have my tuna go and procreate to great numbers. That would be cool, right?
Yeah, tuna's good, so yes.
Yeah, it's like I need the whole world to go on a very aggressive diet. 7 years, we're all doing this together. It's going to suck.
But yeah, they want to expose it. They want to like purge the resources.
They want to make it worse. And in Judeo, in Talmudic teachings of all places, although I think it might be in the Torah as well, you're not supposed to farm your land more than like 6 years in a row. You're supposed to like do crop rotations to allow the land to become fertile again, right? So you don't like over harvest. Do you know they just go around that rule? They go, well, if I sell it to somebody else, the clock resets. All right. which is not the purpose of it's not the purpose of circumventing the sin of the burden of the sin. The purpose is you're circumventing saving that land. You know what I mean?
That's not how that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's not how it works.
Yeah. So the very principles of being a Jew, so as to be a preserver of that land and a maintainer of it and keeping it in good health, have been absolutely abdicated in favor of self-serving motivations. That sounds like an abdication of responsibility given to them by God. Doesn't that sound like that to you?
Kinda. I mean, that's definitely up there with the kicking the can down the road and not even being, not even being worried about who you leave it to. So that's
yeah.
Total lack of responsibility.
This is the people I want to inherit the world. It's the people who care about who inherits it. Because that's how I love maintaining my garden. Just like let it go to fucking shit. Burn it, strip mine it, poison it. I don't care.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Do you know what the House of Lords is?
House of Lords?
Yes.
No.
House of Lords. The House of Lords and the Privy Council are two legal bodies in the United Kingdom. They're the highest court of appeal.
Oh, okay. Yep, okay.
The Privy Council exists for all of the commonwealths who exist under Commonwealth law and such via the Privy Council. Now, here's a weird thing. One of my friends has argued a case to the Privy Council. He's becoming a Queen's Counsel registered attorney, which is the highest level attorney that you can become, or King's Counsel now, I should say. Now, King's Counsel, he's running this case right now for a local loan shark who charges extortionate interest rates, and he's arguing for this man's legitimacy to do this. If he wins this case, and they're letting it go through, if he wins this case, this will go and create a loan sharking environment.
Oh.
I told him a legal loan sharking environment. I told him that what he was doing was most likely he goes, yeah, they didn't even object to it at these key stages. And I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for that. They want this case to pass. You're like that dumb black guy that fell for let's make slavery permanent. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you've done, and you don't know it, you've taken this case all the way to this point. To go and open the doors for usury, for the hidden masters. And this is why the case was championed to the point that it has gone. And the man should have been locked up in prison for felony loan sharking and usury violations. And instead, here you are, about to go and change the laws around the Commonwealth to facilitate this criminal behavior. And then I said, by the way, I asked the Crown Counsel while you're there, after your case is done, what are the chances on my case for taking the throne of the King of England? I'm basing it on my family heredity and the King's abdication of his responsibility to the people and the land and the crown. That soft-handed bitch is warming my throne. Oh, yeah, and tell them when I take over, I'm destroying the judiciary because clearly you people are incompetent.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was like, he hasn't messaged me back.
Sounds, yeah, wow.
His dad's like head of the Masonic Lodge down here.
There we go. That makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, I love telling him, it's like, hi, I'm a doomsday messianic figure from your nightmares. You're a knight in my enemy's service, and tell him I'm coming for him. Tell your boss I'm coming for him. That's how I roll, yo.
Fighting the esoteric one night at a time.
It's my ultimate hope that I get arrested for treason against the state, so I can have my moments in court.
Yeah.
As the true king of England, all the lands, I find that this court is beneath me and cannot judge me. That's gonna pass over really well with those guys, I'm sure.
I'm sure it would. I'm sure they would.
Fucking right to the loony bin with me.
Yeah, right. They wouldn't take you there anywhere but there.
And that's when the murders start. So it's like, how dare you lay your hands upon your true king? Now you shall withdraw a stump. Oh, man. I proper over the fucking cuckoo's nest.
Yeah. I hear that. But yeah, that's, I mean, as far as that goes, that's like pretty much like all I got.
Wait, all you got?
Yeah.
Like, psychically drain you?
No, I mean, I got this whole situation going on, the cold, so.
The cold? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're so sick.
So sick.
You need sunshine, bro. Like vitamin D, some sunshine, some fresh fruits and fucking vegetables.
Bro, it's October in Michigan, so sunshine is going to come at a premium now.
And you're a good Christian guy, so I can't go and send you the 2-for-1 coupon at the local Chinese massage parlor. Anyway, so good news. Helped people that needed helping while I was talking to you. Got my Ukrainian girl on the way over here to go and marry me. Got my other side girl. I was like, I'm gonna just get them both pregnant and just live with the consequences. I can't afford either kids. Fuck it.
They're expensive.
They're expensive. Especially when their moms keep getting themselves almost killed.
Yeah. Yeah, I can confirm kids are expensive, so.
Oh, dude. Worth it. Do you know in Israel, if I have a child and I have an Israeli passport, the mother's Israeli too, I get like $30,000 to $50,000 for my kid's future in a fund.
Yeah. You told me that, and guess whose money is funding it? So. Uh-oh. Did it stop? Yo. Well, that's it for that one. Yep, he dropped out.